Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I plan in my passion planner. So I'm going to show you how I take a blank spread like this and turn it into a functional and also decorative spread like this one that I did back in October. I really like the way this one came out, so I thought that I would show you guys how I plan. I know everyone does it a little bit differently, but I've really gotten into the groove with this planner and I wanted to share my tips on how I have been able to still decorate but also keep this planner very functional. So I will typically use a sticker kit that was designed for the Erin Condren planner. I have also used sticker kits that were designed for the Happy planner, but sometimes those stickers can be a little too long vertically. So the first thing that I do is lay down one of the day of the week stickers, and I like to see how much of the black background is going to be at the top. And that will normally determine whether or not I want to cover it up with washi, something that will match the sticker kit, or if I'm just going to cover up the dates with the individual stickers. For this week, I did decide to use washi, and so I put that down first. I thought that the gold would go really well with the fall colors that are in the sticker kit. Sometimes I will also cover up the personal and work to-do list at the bottom, but once again, it just depends. I think that as long as your planner is functional and it works for you, then there really are no rules or limits about how you can plan. So once I've laid down the basis of how I want to decorate, I will go in and I like to write on my quarter and half boxes before I put them in my planner. For me, it just makes it a little bit easier. It makes sure that I write down all of my events, appointments, or meetings ahead of time so I don't forget anything. So I'm going to go through and just put each of them down. This was a pretty fairly busy week at work. I did have a couple of meetings and things that I absolutely had to get done. So I'm gonna put those down in really no particular order just to make sure that all of the appointments and meetings are on the correct day. two things that I typically track in my planner every week are a podcast that I listen to. It's called The Morning Mindset, and it's a daily Christian podcast. It's only 5 minutes. It's really short, and I like to listen to it in the car after I have dropped my daughter off at daycare. So I like to track that. And I also like to track my steps. I do have a Fitbit that I wear. I can't really use my phone that often in my classroom, but because my daughter is at daycare, if there is an emergency or if I get an important text message or phone call, I like to be able to answer that. So I do have a Fitbit, so I write down my steps for the week. Of course, probably like everybody else, I try to hit 10,000 steps. Sometimes it happens, sometimes I come very close, and other times it's just one of those days where I have a lot of paperwork to get done. So at the bottom of the Passion Planner, before I covered it up with stickers, one column does say personal to-do list, and the second column says work to-do list. Now, depending on what I have going on, I will keep those, and if not, then if I need more space, I'll just expand it like I've done here. So I had 2 columns for things that I needed to get done that particular week at work, and then I used the space of infinite possibility just to write down everything I have for the upcoming week. I like to do that because I plan typically on Saturdays or Sundays for the upcoming week, and that way I can write everything down for the upcoming week without actually having to fill it in, because I do like to do, as you can tell, some decorative planning as well. For me, this works really well. Some weeks I don't have to do this, but it just depends on what is going on with work. You could, of course, use the blank space to journal. You could do some coloring, really any way that you want to use it. I have seen other people put a bunch of different types of habits in that space. For me, I don't really have that many habits that I want to track, so this is one way that I use that space. When I have the week set up, that's when I'll go in and find quotes that I can add throughout the week that match the color scheme, and I will usually use stickers from the Happy Planner sticker books. They have so many different quotes and colors and patterns, it's really easy for me to find something that matches the colors that I'm using for that week. So now that the week is planned out, I'm going to tell you how I actually fill in my planner. So the first thing that I do, of course, is decorate and add any meetings or appointments that I have. The second step for me is to use the bottom checklist and write down weekly tasks that I want to complete, and these aren't things that need to get done on a particular day. The next thing that I do is really a day-by-day planning. So on Mondays, I will write down all of the tasks that I completed at work or at home in the Monday column, and then I'll do the same thing for the rest of the week. That way I have everything planned out, and as things come up, I can go ahead and fill them in on which day I want to complete them. The last thing that I do at the end of the week is go back and add any fun memories that we created over the week, and I also add a little bit more decorations or little things that I want to remember for the upcoming week. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope that you found it helpful and inspiring, and I hope that it encourages you to fully use your planner in a way that is functional for you. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!